The following segment is sponsored by Garff Automotive Group. Garff Automotive Group is here to help us. Today we have Tony Pulsipher here with steps to get our vehicles ready for winter driving. Well, welcome into the show, Tony.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, it's happening. There is frost on the ground.
Yes.
Winter is coming. So what are some of the biggest things we need to do to get our cars ready for winter?
Whenever we talk about winterizing our cars, the most important thing is we want to make sure that they're safe for our holiday travels. When we talk about being safe, we always want to talk about tires and alignment most importantly.
Absolutely. Okay, so when we need snow tires? When do we need them to put them on? When is the timing? Is it about now?
If you want to maximize your traction in your vehicle, snow tires would be the way to go. They are seasonal, so you do have to put them on and off when you come into the new winter season and going into spring. But you can get those at any of the Garff locations.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have, there's cars with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. What are the cars that really need it? Is every car need snow tires, or what would be your best kind of recommendation?
I would recommend for those that are maybe up on the bench, deal with a lot of snow, a lot of slush. If you have all-wheel drive cars, it's not as critical. If you have front-wheel drive, you might want to think about it. It will help get better traction on those front two tires.
Well, I know, and things are always constantly changing, the canyons and things like that. They have different rules, so this would be the time, if you guys are big skiers or snowboarders, to get those snow tires on. How much does mountaining snow tires cost?
If you go to any of the Garffs, it's usually $99 to get that mountain balanced, to get those new snow tires put on.
Did you guys hear that? $99? Well, that's amazing,
Yep,
actually.
not bad,
Oh my gosh. What does tire alignment do for the snow tires and your regular tires?
Alignment's critical for a couple of reasons. Mainly, you have your tires not only turn, but they can also drag if your tire alignment's out of specification. When they do that dragging, it causes tire wear, but it also causes traction concerns. So you want to make sure your alignment's within specifications as well.
Well, it is an adventure town here, so you got to make sure you get your alignment working, get your cars ready for winter. So we don't think about the wiper blades too often, but when it's snowing and it is icy, what can we do to prepare our cars for those?
Right now is the perfect time to put wiper blades on. Through the summer, the 100 degrees outside usually makes that rubber brittle and it makes them smear. So when you get those wiper blades to replace it, make sure those windshields get cleaned off really well.
Yeah, we want to be able to see. So what do we look for in wiper blades, wear and tear? Because sometimes you don't think about it all the time. You start your car, you're ready to go, but you want to make sure those have been changed out.
Most importantly, you just turn them on, turn your washer fluid on, and see how it clears that windshield. Does it smear that washer fluid, or does it clean it good? If it doesn't clean it good, it's time to get new wiper blades.
Okay, you guys need new wiper blades because Garff has you covered. Well, what do you say to pack an emergency kit? Do we need one of those in our cars?
Hey, there's always that emergency that you get stranded somewhere that you weren't expecting. You want to make sure you have a good emergency kit. That would be a first aid kit. You'd also want to have a flashlight in there, jumper cables. Good idea to put a blanket in there, also water bottles in there as well, to make sure that you're safe in case you get stranded somewhere.
I will say that's probably one of the best recommendations. You don't know when you're going to get an emergency. Right. You want to have that thing packed in your car. Great recommendation. Well, what else should we know to stay safe on the roads out there? Make
sure that you can check UDOT traffic website to make sure that the roads are clear and when it's nasty and going to be hard to travel out there. So if you check that, it'll give you an idea of how to plan your travel in the holiday season. Well, Garff has you covered. Where can everyone go to find a Garff center near them? So you want to visit kengarff.com, and when you go there, it'll be able to steer you to all the different dealerships we have throughout the valley. Well, like I said, Garff always has you covered. Great recommendations. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me. Thanks for having me. You bet. Thanks, Tony.